Welcome to the Action Sturge. This is our wonderful game of Blades in the Dark, featuring the Moon Cursors, a ragtag group of just good-hearted, down-to-earth people trying to make their way legitimately in this dark world. With just a coin and a dream. I'll let you guys go around and introduce yourselves and your character. We'll go ahead and start with Paul.
Hello, everybody. My name is Paul. I have the absolute pleasure of playing Professor Hamilton Felloway. He is a professor at the City of Duskwall University, studying the ghostly arts and the arcane. He is a whisperer in the Blades of the Dark class, which is kind of like a Victorian ghost maid, is how I imagine it. He has a book full of coupons, which are coupons that he does use because everyone needs discounts, especially when they're rolled. But also the fact that it can use it to summon a presence within the book to do various things. So he's very arcane and spiritual in his nature. And this week, his brooch of choice, knitted by his beautiful wife, is a Samanthium.
Beautiful. Fork Puff, tell us about this.
Hi, everybody. I'm Fork Puff, otherwise known as Maddie. I'm playing Lester Emsworth, goes by Les. He is the Hound, so he is very proficient in sniping and shooting, and he has a cool little falcon named Tiberius. That's his buddy. And he is Duskwall's paramour. Every woman seems to love him, but he does not know how to reciprocate.
Very nice. Terry.
My name is Terry. I am playing Reginald Copperfield, my leech class. I am your typical mad scientist slash drug dealer slash doctor. Just making my way through the cold streets of Duskwall.
Like a Victorian shaman.
Yes.
Excellent. And Eddie.
Hi, I'm Eddie, or Mordecake. I'm playing Sloan Bernadotte. It's a slide, which means he's a bit of a trickster-like character, bit of a sweet talker, but also pretty good at prowling and sneaking around. He might be the only one in Duskwall who doesn't understand that IOUs need to get paid later. From riches to rags, back at it again, trying to get pulled out of there. We'll see what happens.
Excellent. And let's go ahead and start this off. I suppose, let's say I guess the first scene that we'll look at. Is. Let's look at Sloan. So you're seated in the Silver Stag, and we're gonna open up on you. And you are. Do you have a favorite gambling game that you play?
Will be roulette or blackjack.
Okay. So you're pretty in with the purveyor of this particular vice, Helene, and she normally sits at the whatever table you're at. So and she's kind of chatting your ear off, and she's telling you about who's with who now, and who's cheating on who with who, and who's cheating on them with who, and who's with who. She's going to give you a little bit of gossip from the upper echelons, a little bit of gossip from the lower echelons, and I think probably maybe one interesting thing that kind of piques your interest. You're gonna hear Prof's family's name thrown around a little bit, and it's nothing too bad. It's just she refers to what's your wife's name again, Prof?
It is.
That's all right. I mean, put you in the hot seat there.
Abigail Fowlery, yes.
So she talks more about Abigail, but she's going to reference Prof and she's going to reference to him as being very eccentric and not at all a good match. But it's kind of a throwaway thing, so you're pretty sure that that's pretty much what everybody says. It's just they don't know how he ended up with her. It's very strange. But yeah, and the card flips over and it's a 22.
Well, that's what I like. That's what I love.
And Helene will give you a devilish smile and she'll say, "Shall we put it on your tab?"
Mate, you know it'll be on my tab.
And she says, "You know, one day I'm actually going to make you pay it." And she gives you a little wink.
You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
She
Little
says,
me?
She says, "I've heard some of the things that you've been said to getting up to these days. I might need a job done right sometime too."
Well, if you want to talk business and not pleasure, and I'm looking at the cards, then go right ahead. But we might, want to do that somewhere else.
She says, "Business for me is pleasure." Ooh. 24.
How? This game is rigged.
And another bust after bust, and when you are out of funds, where do you go?
I think I would actually go back to our lair because I want to chat shit with Prof.
Excellent. So you can head back to the lair. Maybe we'll have if we were seeing like a comic of it, you could see you like kind of walking through the streets of Duskfall, like the fog and the rain sort of obscuring the page a bit. You kind of slipping under the bridge where the entrance to the hideout is, and then suddenly we'll switch over to Prof. Prof, you're working on a new ritual, right?
Well, yeah, it's so this ritual's a bit of a surprise to Prof, I feel like. So he'll be sleeping in his bed and he'll be snoozing the night away. His Abigail is next to him and he's just dreaming away, and he dreams back, he dreams back to his past and his history and what's happened to him recently and everything else like that. And the dream starts turning into a nightmare, let's be blunt. And he starts remembering all the times his friends were lost at sea, their beautiful faces all filled with potential and dreams, and how he's the lucky one. And he starts feeling about where he is, and then he's awoken with a shock and a fright because the siren that killed Nirax, the siren that killed his best friend, the siren that killed his family and his friends on top of the Cold Lake, he remembers it more vividly than he ever has in his entire life. Even when it happened, he was in so much shock, he refused to acknowledge its existence, which is one of the few things that kept him alive. But he's woken up with a shock. He's got no idea what's happening.
Now, are these particularly violent deaths, or are they just like they just mindlessly walk overboard and you never see them again, or is this like they're helpless to resist this call, or is it something that snatches them off of the boat? Like, what does that look like?
So outside of the Veil, there is the Monster Sea, essentially, which is filled with demons, monsters, horrific leviathans, and all sorts of other things. And the horrors that Prof has seen haunt him every day. But one of the most horrific and one of the most deadly was the Siren's Call. Not because it lures people off the ship, which is normally a death sentence anyway, because the mucky water itself is sometimes it feels like it's alive with presence of demonic spirits that drag you under and all sorts of other things. But it's a fact that even if there are, hundreds of sea worms with gnashing teeth clawing their way at the iron side of the Leviathan Hunter of the ship, people, won't go down there. But a Siren's Call can still lure them in. And the Riptides were so blunt and so deadly, it's impossible to miss. So sirens were almost omnipresent. They're always around in some form of capacity, and they just emphasized the rest of the danger. So what Prof did as a young man is he assigned a lot of those deaths to the sirens, even though the sirens just very simply lured them off the boats. But it could end as brutally as them being torn apart by thousands of gnashing teeth, or just being dragged underneath the water by something you can't physically make out.
And so now you've got this siren's call kind of stuck in your head.
Exactly. He
okay.
remembers it more vividly, the face, the visage of the siren in the distance, the spectral nature of it, but most importantly and most frighteningly, the call. And he's awoken from his sleep, and he starts walking, but he's conscious, but he's not in control of his faculty, and he starts walking, and he starts walking, and he starts walking, and he's walking ever so slowly towards the room where the child is present, where the ghost is present. And he's about to open the door ever so slightly when one of his daughters grabs him and shakes him awake. And at this point, Sophie is having a nightmare as well. She's not really sure what it was. She doesn't recognize what it was, but she knows that it wasn't good and she didn't like it, and she was upset, and she was running to find Mummy and Daddy. And she describes that, and it's the exact same thing. She remembers
She also heard the call.
Siren's call. She heard the call, and she was also awoken and wasn't sure what she was doing. So with this understanding, Prof runs down to his laboratory very quickly, and he takes Sophie with him to do a quick checkup to make sure there's nothing possessing her or anything else like that. There's no other otherworldly spirits or anything else interfering with what's happening. She's fine. Sends her on a merry way. And he escorts her up to the room. He puts her to bed and tells her bedside story, gets her to bed. But he cannot sleep this night. No, something is horribly wrong. If it was just him, it's just a nightmare. The fact that he was suffering some form of sleep paralysis that made him walk, slightly odd, but it could be explained by science and many other things. But this is something else. His daughter would never have heard the siren's call.
And I think maybe too that this the fact that it's manifesting outside is even more of a push to master this and be able to control this, because you cannot unleash this on those that you love.
Exactly. It's affecting the ones he cares about the most, and it's in his presence, it feels like. So it's an immediate, this needs to be contained. This cannot happen within himself. So he locks himself inside of his charter room, which is what he describes it. But what it really is essentially a giant vat of Leviathan blood. And what he does is he goes inside of it, and he goes and submerges his head in the Leviathan blood and uses it to focus his abilities, his mental abilities, and his arcane abilities to expunge whatever this is. And he drags out several things and loses some memories as it comes out, because it rips them out of his brain and it goes into the blood. Have you ever seen the thing in Harry Potter where Dumbledore puts the thing in the memories out?
Yeah.
Think that. And then he uses that to study and to refine his understanding of this memory. But the siren call is still present in his mind, and he can't get rid of it as much as he can. But what he can do is he can use this memory to refine its purpose. And that's how I'm going to flavor his understanding of the ritual. He's going to use some extract of this memory in order to summon the siren's call.
And I think I'm gonna tie that into the to the new upgrade that you guys chose for the workshop. So this Leviathan, or not Leviathan, this siren song, I'm gonna say, even though you're working on it like separately, like in the house, even though you've separated it, I'm gonna say like over the next couple of days, you hear your wife humming the tune, the siren's tune. It's there in the house, and that might be a push to find another place to isolate your work, and thus contribute to the workshop at the base. If you think that's acceptable.
Absolutely, that's perfect. Makes absolute. That I was going to say that he does move it over, and that's the perfect assumption. And I think he would actually say that he would probably be there at 6 a.m. at the base working on it immediately. The fact that the next day his wife's humming the song, he's not sleeping the next few days. This is priority number one. This cannot be allowed to happen, because he knows for a fact that the siren song is something that haunts his very soul, and if it's affecting other people, especially those he genuinely cares about, that's not acceptable. So he's doing everything in his power to do something about it.
Awesome. Okay, and so and then let's look at Les. You are at the Red Lamp, which is a well-known brothel, and Madame Teslin is tending to you specifically, and
Yes.
so this is this like a bathhouse kind of scenario? Like what is the what do you enjoy when you go to the Red Lamp?
Oh yeah, yeah. I totally imagine like it's like a little bathhouse / massage parlor. There's also another part of it that could be for illicit goods, services. And I might dabble in that, maybe. But yeah, today is just kind of like sitting in the sauna tub area and just like sinking into the water, you know.
And Madame Teslin opens like the sliding doors and to your bathhouse room here, and she's going to she's wearing like a silk robe, and she says, would you like my personal attention, Les, or would you rather me get one of the other girls?
Yeah, so I still have my hat on, even though I'm in the tub. By the way.
Yeah, smoking a
Just
cigarette.
because- yeah, smoking the cigarette with the fedora down over my eyes, like kind of like when like a guy's sleeping while he's fishing, and they have like the hat pulled down over the head. Yeah, so I'll pull up the brim of the hat and peek at her, and I'll go, "You'll be fine."
She even before you answer, she's already shutting the door behind her, and peeling off her robe and stepping into the hot bath with you. And as she sort of makes her way across to you, she says, you know, I've been hearing the strangest things lately.
Yeah, I'll like kind of usher her to like come here at my side and put my arm around her, and I'll go on.
She says, what are they called? The Fletchersons? Is that what they're called? What are they called?
The family I work for that my one friend works for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, the Fletchersons, you probably don't know them. They're a noble family in the town. But apparently they've had a terrible time with one of their own, a Leviathan hunter. Or at least he used to be.
What's been going on with that?
Committed.
For
Well, the inky void sea gets to everybody eventually. He just didn't know when to stop.
it wasn't. I mean, was it a worker? Was it actually an actual member of the family?
Yeah, and if you think back to there was a ship that you had been on to get some stuff off of, and the captain of that ship was a noble in the town, and I believe you might recall that he was in some capacity related to the Fletchersons, I believe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and he had his he'd pretty much been possessed by Leviathan and driven insane.
Well, yeah, that's yeah. I'll kind of like take a drag from my cigarette, and that's life for you. And Duskfall. But as long as I got you here on my side, I think
She says, well, I only bring it up because I know the the guard that watches over the daughter of that family. She's quite pretty, isn't she?
And I'll quickly remove my arm from around her, and then kind of like look at her, and I'll be like, "What are you getting at, Tesla?"
I'm just saying a girl could get jealous. That's all.
Yeah, and he'll roll his eyes and readjust the hat over back on his head. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
She says, well, as long as I keep getting your coin, I suppose you can do whatever you want for free.
I'm sure you're not worried.
It's a shame what happened to the poor thing, though.
What happened?
I believe she was let go, seen unfit for duty.
Yeah, so like internally I'm like, what the, like freaking out, but like I know Tess is gonna fucking flip. So I'm like, oh, I'm unfit for duty. I mean, she's built like a shit brick house. I don't know how that's unfit for duty.
Oh, really? Perhaps you would rather I have her here.
That's not what I said at all. Listen, if you don't want my coin, Tess, I can leave.
And then she breaks out the scented perfumes, and the the hot bath begins to roil with foamy bubbles, with soapy bubbles, and she
Bombs.
and then she begins her massage, and all of your cares just seem to slip away.
Yeah,
Even the
And-
hat relaxes.
yeah, the hat relaxes. It like wilts.
And then she'll ask you about your mission, like the kind of work you've been doing. I don't know if you tell her about such things, but she'll ask you about those kind of things.
Oh, she fucking ratted on me to Valeris. I ain't telling her jack shit. I'll lie. Oh, it's been kind of dreary lately.
And yep, and your stress will melt away. No overindulgence, so no trouble or anything.
Yes, no trouble.
And once you're fully relaxed and you've spent your last coin in the brothel here, where do you go?
After that, I am going to emerge from the brothel, and I will pull out a little parchment of paper and scribble something on it, and I will attach it to Tiberius and instruct him to find what her name is. What's her name? Celine. Celine's her name. I'll ask Tiberius to find Celine and deliver this message.
All right, and caw.
Bye, Tiberius.
And Reg, where do we find you? Oh, well, I think we find you. Can we have you come in with the ticklers, all 12 of them now, with like just a bunch of shit you picked up from the Deathland
Oh,
Scavengers
yes,
Market.
Yes.
Crate of weird, mutated plants and jars of glowing fluid and just
There's
Art.
like a tentacle that one of them has to keep like fighting back into the like teasing back into its crate.
yeah. And all this kind of steampunk looking, I don't know, some type of like almost like torture equipment.
Yeah, one of them's just like, boss, do we need all this stuff?
Yes, we need every bit of it. In fact, I think I need to upgrade some of these.
Oh,
I forgot something. Can you go back and pick it up?
collective groan.
Just wait till next week. I got stuff on back order supposed to be coming in.
And so you got a good haul, and then While Les is de-stressed, he is actually. We still have to do the the healing things, but we can do that in a minute. But you're busy at work. You're coming up. You have a new formula to plan. How does that sort of look?
Well, basically, once again, tying back into the workshop.
Oh, that's
Basically,
right. You've probably seen Prof coming in like more frequently, and he does not look. He's not his joyous, carefree self. I'd imagine he's very focused.
I probably pay no attention to that at all, because I have my own things going on.
Yeah.
But so I imagine it that our workshop is basically we each have a half. Since we've started these combination projects,
Yes.
and I run from one room to the other. So while he's focusing on this ritual, he's probably constantly getting annoyed by me assembling this large contraption on the other side, kind of like like those big chemistry sets where you got all the vials and the beakers and the little
Yes.
pipettes and all that stuff
Mm.
like that, but with more electricity.
Oh, that's good as well because the ritual would be interrupted by the electricity going off, like sparking across the side or something. Yeah, it's good. Makes sense.
So yeah, that's probably where I've been spending most of my time. Yeah, I don't think I've had time for anything else.
And Sloan, I think if you let's see, we saw you kind of slinking back to the lair. It's kind of a new haunt for you. So like how often are you there? Like, are you seeing this sort of transformation take place with both of them? Like, are you the witness to this, or do you spend more time away from the lair?
I would say I'm the curious witness to all of this. Everything is kind of brand new. Working in a team festival is weird, but also seeing these two like geniuses at work, or at least from his perspective, they are. It's like I'm imagining like I'm in the middle of the room, like looking to the left and seeing all like crazy fucking ritualistic stuff. Looking to the right, seeing the actual like artifice at work. And I think I'm just fascinated, honestly.
And have you gotten to know the ticklers at all?
A couple of them are mostly just chat shit a bit. A bit scared of some of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Scares you?
I mean, Bloodshot isn't exactly what I would
Bloodshot.
call. What I wouldn't call trustworthy. One.
Some of them definitely give off the vibe of people who have been sent to collect your debt. So
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, we've got Bloodshot, Jedediah Summerleaf, Dinkles the Tickler, Vinny, Baxter, and Jacques.
6 more.
And then we gotta make 6 more.
We got six more.
You don't have to name them if you don't want.
Yes,
but...
we do.
No, yes, we do. That's
we absolutely
important.
have to. Everybody's gonna have to pick a name at the end of the session. I'm note taking it.
All right, think about that.
So you're kind of this the witness to this, and then at some point, Les, you were back in as well. We got the whole crew back here.
Yeah, I see zap, 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 zap. Psst, psst, noises on the left, and then I'm assuming to the right, like what is Prof? Yeah, okay. He's doing like throat singing.
Yep. He's trying to replicate the siren song, but like a deeper tone of it. So in my mind, the way that he's going to deal with it is by counteracting the sound effects. So he's practicing the siren song while listening to it constantly in his ear because he can't get rid of it. So he's constantly removing it with these vials of liquid. He's putting it down in these beakers, and he's going, oh no, like closing his eyes and things like that. He might occasionally start just having fits of insanity because of what it's doing to his brain by doing this, by yanking it out. Cabbages!
Yeah, so I'm going to reach behind like a little barrel. There's like a secret stash I have. I have a flask, nice flask. pop it open, take a sip, walk over to Sloane, offer it.
I show you the bottle of rum that I brought with me, like, covered.
And I'll nod approvingly. And I'll go, I think I made a return somewhere. Seems I've ended up in the fucking loony bin.
Well, I will say this: this is better than any play I've ever seen. It is quite interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a shit show. What exactly is going on here? Do you know?
You
Progress,
think I
my
know.
boy, progress.
Oh God! Yeah, I jump out of my skin.
Also,
That's-
you're still
That's the first word he said in 2 days.
you're also still you're de-stressed, but you're still chilled to the bone.
Yeah, I'm still. It's like, is it cold in here? You got a little blanket on.
And if you can manage to pull Reg away from the from his work for a second, I'd like to see
Yeah,
how
Reg.
that healing session went. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's because he's so distracted that it went so poorly.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Well, that and while I've been working on fixing people and working on ghosts, thus far both those paths have been separate. This is a new, the effects of ghosts on living flesh is completely new to me.
Yeah, I'll approach. I'm like ooh, shuddering a little bit. Hey, Reg, you got a sec?
For you, always.
No, you're gonna make me blush. Anyway, I seem to, since that whole ghost encounter, I've not been able to shake off this dread that seems to just be following me around. Do you have something for that? I'm not drinking your vagina.
I don't have any yet. But no, so I go over to a table that is cluttered with like gears, springs, and probably human remains, and just kind of sweep it off and hop up, boy.
All right.
Oh, this is
This
going to be
Check
good.
you out.
This is a new suit, so I'm gonna
Oh.
grumble.
How
I'll grab
many
it- I'll grab,
times
like,
have I
a
told you
dirty-
keep your stuff on your side of the table?
He invariably knocks some of your stuff off.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. I imagine he sweeps it off and he just hits me on the side.
A piece of human flesh on your face.
I'll pull a tarp out of one of the crates and throw it on top of the table and keep your suit clean.
Yes, thank you.
It's like a bloody tarp.
It is. But the blood's dried.
Yeah, I'll go to sit and then I stop and I'm like, and touch it and it's gonna have to do. But so I'll hop up on the table.
Yeah, and then I will proceed to start an examination, and I will probably.
This is like my first free session. It's like the consulting part. That's why you.
Yeah. Basically, I will probably because it's not like there's anything to stitch or put back together, so this would have to be solved chemically in my mind. So I'm going to start whipping up an elixir to warm the bones. But
Victorian hormone therapy.
exactly. But unfortunately, like I said, my first attempt at trying to cure something like this, it's not very effective.
And it's very bitter.
And spicy.
And spicy. And is that sweet?
It's like liquid red hot.
Ooh.
Oh, and don't drive any heavy machinery for 12 hours.
Wait,
Fresh
what about my?
out the oven.
Fantastic. So, okay, so Tiberius is gonna come back.
All right, yeah. Put out my arm. Let him land. It's a parrot now? What the fuck?
Message for Les.
Tiberius, what did they do to you over in that noble district?
they taught him etiquette, human language.
Yes, yeah.
He bows
Well,
as he
young
enters.
master, it seems they have transformed me into...
He's like a butler now.
Yeah. He's got a bow tie on.
Look, he's little bow tie. It's actually really cute.
Yeah,
It's been gentrified.
Gentrified
Yes, it's
Tiberius.
gentrified.
That's my next long-term project is gentrifying Tiberius.
Well, Tiberius has a little scroll of parchment tied around his leg.
Yes, I will open it and read it.
All right. Your heart sinks immediately as you open it.
My heart is sunk. Now my bones are chilled, my heart is sunk.
The handwriting is not Celine's.
Whose handwriting is...
It looks more like Valeris's.
Ah, for fuck's sake! What does it say?
Sorry about your girl. She had some things she wanted to say to you. I have her copy. I have her letter. Exchange it for the ledger.
Signed Valeris with a heart. Yeah, and I'll just
Dagger in it.
yes, I'll slam my fist on the nearest table and that bitch.
What, you got a bad love letter?
No. No, that's a long thing from the past. Never making that mistake again. It's Valeris. And I'll hand Sloane the letter. She wants that damn ledger. And I need to make sure that Celine's okay. I owe it to her.
All right. How do we deal with that?
It's at this uppity club. It's called the Vale. You know anything about it?
Oh, I've been there several times, yes.
Oh, you could get us in.
I mean, you, perhaps these two? You want me to work a miracle?
That's yeah, and then Prof is doing his throat singing arrangements. Tinkering away. Progress, my boy!
Yeah. Yeah.
If you go to the third floor again, get me a selection of that stuff on the table.
Oh my god.
Sloane, how close are you with the proprietor of the Vale?
I would say that my family is quite close with them. They're one of the few clubs that haven't banned my family from different events and such. So I would say we're quite close, and we are quite the benefactors of that club.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you're one of the few people that have actually. It's funny because we have Valeris, but the owner of the Vale's name is Valaris. But I'm gonna say you're one of the few people who has seen Valaris in person.
Okay. Duly noted.
Yes.
Which that's actually a kind of a big deal.
Yes. Very few people have seen Valaris in person.
Yeah, and I'll be like, so the Vale, do you know the owner, Valaris?
Yes, I always get those two mixed up. But yes, I met him, one time.
Is it a guy or a girl? What do they look like?
Oh, honestly, I have no clue. Well, I haven't really looked in their pants.
Oh, they are Taikarosi, with a very very odd manifestation of their Taikarosi body, I guess.
Very Fae-like is how I imagine it. It's very elements.
Valaris in particular has a snake's body for the bottom half of their body.
And when I say pants, I mean more like a sock.
What do you mean sock?
Well, how will I explain this? So top half human,
Okay. Oh, I don't like where this is going.
bottom half not so much.
What is the bottom half? A sock?
All movement from Reg stops.
Oh shit.
Well, sort of snake-like, I would say.
Oh.
Lars kind of
Ugh.
slithers.
Ugh. Does his top half stay up when he slithers around?
Depending on how drunk they are, yes.
Oh, yeah, I see that Reg is like listening in, so I'm like, I'm gonna sell this so we can all get together and get the ledger. I gotta take them both off their property. to sell
There's a
this.
snake in my boot! Oh.
So yeah, this Kaikarosi Valoris, yeah, and only a few people have seen him. I bet not a lot of people have asked about what sort of weird stuff he's up to, what he's involved with, what he knows about. Quick, think of something Leviathan blood or
Oh, right, quite. I believe he does a lot of work with blood. Honestly, I do believe he has some sort of like cult following that works with the Ghost Whale as well. They're up to all kind of weird stuff.
I was about to say, I heard from Madam Tess, and I'm just speaking out my ass, just so
Yeah,
Reg
same
can
here.
hear
No,
to
no,
get him. Yeah,
absolutely
yeah. So just Reg like piques interest and like, oh, we need to go to the Vale, you know. I heard he's got some involvement with ghosts. I'm like shoot over a look at Prompt as well. Something about being able to harness some sort of ghost energy and use it for your own personal gain. Something about essence, force
I'm
of
sorry.
it, and
The fuck you just say?
huh? What?
No, sorry, what?
Wait, what? What's wrong, Prof?
So,
I'm sorry, I was in my own space there. I apologize. I was somewhere else. What was this
Yeah.
about? Harnessing energies for nefarious gains?
Oh, yeah. That Tess was telling me about this this guy that owns the Vale. Well, we didn't hear this. It must be new, up and coming. Apparently he knows a lot about ghosts, and he has a half snake body, which is weird as fuck.
Oh, he's Tiger Rossi.
Mm.
Well, it's a very useful trait, a half snake body, one could say.
Yeah, he said that there's some different types of ghosts in Tycheros, so.
I wonder if they have any sirens there.
I don't know. It might be something we might be worth asking him about.
I think I should. I'm not making any progress here.
And I heard he sheds his skin every now and again. Looking at Reg. Wonder what kind of value that has.
But he must stay with Forston on boots.
Ew. No pants.
they are quite shimmering, if I remember correctly, the scales. They might go for a good profit.
Not
Well,
even just
especially-
profit, but I heard that Kaikarosi, since they're so rare to come by, wonder what kind of gain they would have alchemically.
Kind of essence they're infused with.
Yeah, I wonder.
We'd have to dissect one to find out.
Yeah, and I just smirk at Sloan, just like, well done.
Well, that's the beauty of it. If he sheds, we don't have to dissect. We'll have samples we can check with.
Oh, that's very true. I wonder if he wouldn't mind sharing one of his last sheddings.
Yes.
I clink my glass.
Yeah. I tap you with my flask. So, I mean, I don't know if y'all are up for it with your busy schedule, but the Vale might be worth hitting up again.
Okay.
I mean, we do have lots of other things to do. Is there another reason we need to go to the Vale other than connecting snake scales?
Oh, well, there's that ledger that I have to get for Lips.
Oh, that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, of course. Sorry, I'm forgetting things at the moment because I'm forcibly removing them from my own brain. But
You all right,
yes.
buddy?
No.
Oh. Do you
No,
want
I'm
to
not.
You having marital problems?
No, my marriage is perfect. It always will be. But no.
Not
No,
what I heard.
no. Let us the ledger. Yes, let us get the ledger.
The brooch is really nice this week. Uncomfortable pain smile from Les.
Thank you. It's beautiful. You're right. It's quite nice actually. I
Yeah,
quite like this one. The colors kind of.
So, Sloan, how do we get into the Vale? Last time they gave us hell of a time.
Well, we can't come dressed like this. I mean, it's a, fine establishment. But to dress up.
My
What's
suit's
wrong
not
with
good
my-
enough?
Yeah, my clothes are the height of fashion when I bought them.
From
Right.
like the 1860s?
Like 60 years ago.
Right. Several decades ago, you're probably correct.
Oh my, has it really been that long?
A couple more decades, they might be back in style.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I would recommend if we're going there, are we doing this covert or not?
Oh,
Well, I
definitely.
don't think he's gonna be too happy if I steal a ledger from his office.
Well, in that case, we will need some disguises. Not too fine, but fine enough.
And how are we dressing? I'm not wearing pink. I'm not wearing
Oh
pink.
wait, so let's.
Oh, is
You're
this
wearing-
This is the
the
score
the score?
before we get too deep in.
Good call. Good catch.
Planning and engagement. So pick a type of plan: assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport.
I guess stealth, right? We're like
Stealth or
disguising.
deception, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Stealth.
Yeah, if you're trying to sneak in with a disguise, it might be more deception. If you're trying to like sneak in without like a disguise, like completely unseen, then stealth, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
And if it's deception, the method of the deception would be the disguise. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying, if you guys are going the disguise route, it sounds like deception, and that would be the method of deception. If that's the route you guys are going,
So yeah, we're going disguises. That's the vote here. Okay.
Looks like it.
all right. And then the detail, yep, is the disguises, and you guys can go ahead and choose your item loadout, how much you want to be carrying for the score.
I'm gonna go with light.
I think I'll follow your recommendation. I don't know what outfits you have in mind, especially for hopefully nothing too heavy. I will also go with a light. Yes.
Yeah, probably gonna have to.
Yeah, light.
I'll probably also have to leave my most beautiful, the most adorable, the most complex and deep book at the hideout as well, because as astonishing as it is, he strokes it. They just won't understand your magnificence.
Oh, you really
It's
know
a
how to
bit-
make these pages blush.
I gotta. It's part of the requirement for the ritual.
must.
I gotta appease it by playing up its ego and playing nice. Also, it's just a big box, a big book of coupons, so it's a bit hard to carry that into a fine
my-
establishment.
God, you sound like my dad.
Yep. That's the point.
Like all cut out from like fucking newspapers and magazines.
Yep.
Oh god.
But you have to remember, he gets a very small allowance for his wife because he wants to
Oh.
make sure he's not doing anything stupid with it because he's an idiot.
He's stingy on every.
So he's stingy on the thing he's got to get coupons.
Well, okay. And so we got loadouts. Let's. Is there any information we need to gather?
I mean, we know that the ledger is in the office, unless we wanted to watch, kind of stake out. I mean, I don't know how much we can see from the outside. It would be probably more like once we're in.
Yeah, it's a
I
very
don't know.
private club.
Yeah, so I don't think we can really gather any.
I mean, plus we've seen most of the layout. already.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't think there's any gathering.
Now, how good are these disguises?
I don't know. Ask Sloan.
That's a very good question.
And is this something?
Fortune roll, huh?
Is this something we would want to maybe like pay a coin or some rep for to acquire an asset for, or?
I would love to pay a coin to get this asset.
Okay.
Not gonna argue with that.
You have to tell us what each of us, what you're styling each of us with.
Oh
Yes,
no!
I want full details of our disguise.
Yes, full details.
It's honestly, it's quite simple. For
Pocket
for
squares.
Reg and Prof, you are basically brothers who work in the same, basically like oil company or whatever the equivalent would be. You're here with your firstborn sons, aka us. So we're wearing matching smokings and matching ties. I would say that Reg and Les are wearing like almost all red. Everything from the hat, like I'm basically giving you the exact same hat as you have, Les, but red.
Yes. One to add to the collection. My fedora collection.
And me and Prof are wearing blue. I'm basically just making like a full blue versus red kind of deal. And our ruse is that we're discussing business, and we are, not exactly content with the other one getting even a 0.1% more profit than the other. Other than that, we are all wearing black leather shoes, kind of, I would say, dark blue pants for both of you. Les, yours are a bit ripped because you're rebellious. You're in your rebellious phase. And I don't know if are we bringing Tiberius or not?
No, Tiberius is too much of a giveaway. He's gonna be outside.
Okay.
Unless we also dressed him up.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm thinking.
Gentrified.
That's cruel, don't do that.
Gentrified. Can I roll to acquire an asset?
Well, actually, I need Sloan to roll for the acquisition of the asset for this for the detail of the plan here. So, if you want to roll, let's see, to acquire the asset, roll the crew's tier, which is tier 2, and this will indicate the quality of the asset that you can muster together.
Okay, how do I make that roll?
So you can just roll 2d6, and because it's tier 2, so yeah, so 2d6, and you'll take the higher, and then if you want to, let's see.
I've got the club music going, I'm getting ready.
Let's see, I was seeing if there was a way you could increase or decrease the effect afterwards. Oh yeah, I think you can spend more coin after it's rolled. You can spend more coin to get a higher result level if you need to. So.
Okay. I would like to add one detail to Les and Reg's outfits. You two have popped colors, and we have proper like fixated colors.
Oh, but different
Um,
styles, different fascinations, like defining the houses. Yes. Very
Oh
good.
yes, absolutely.
So
Also, we're gonna
Hmm.
need new names. We can't call each other.
I agree. I was going to say we will need family names, but also what's my origin? What's my drive as a
Yeah, you got
character?
like backstories and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sloan, he knows you as Sloan, right? So Prof's last name would have to be Bernadotte, right?
Oh, quite right. Maybe I'm like your uncle or your. Oh, do you want to go with father? I could be your father. I'm definitely old enough.
I think father works.
Oh, I see. I was under the impression that Sloan wanted to like be disguised as well, even though he could cash
Oh.
in on it.
Yeah, I think honestly, being in the disguise myself would be good.
Okay, that
No,
works.
it's-
Yeah,
Fair
we'll
enough.
have to
Don't burn
find
that bridge in
names.
case we get caught.
I thought I heard that. I was like, oh wow, he's so dedicated to the Sloan's so dedicated to the art. Like,
He'll even do it with himself.
Right, let's see how well it goes.
Yeah, I'm looking at a name to choose right now.
It's a
That is
5.
a 5. Yep, that's true. I think a 5 will probably be a success.
Hope so.
I've got to think on name. I've got to think on name as well. Also, I don't know the origin of my character's hard. Like, am I the domineering father, the stern, the understanding? Like,
It's like putting too much thought into it.
he is.
Sloan will reciprocate what you're saying. Stern, strict, and and absolutely not understanding.
Oh, very good. Okay, yes, I can do that. I've had to play the stern father for my own daughters, but I'll have to do better than that. Yes, okay. I can't quite take away your hot chocolate privileges.
All right,
Chocolate
I've
pri-
chosen. Wait, hold on, Reg. What should our last name be, or did you want me to pick it?
Yeah, go ahead, pick that.
All right, I'll find a last name.
5 is good. 5 is tier.
My first name will be Frederick.
So that's
You're Frederick. I'm gonna write that down.
so that's tier 2 quality.
How about Hammermeister?
And
I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like it really works well with like your thing.
And I think Sloan, you might know that these outfits are fine, but if you wanted to add that little, if you wanted to spend the coin and like take it to the next level, to the next tier up, to a tier 3 quality, that would actually influence the engagement roll.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that.
I'll pay the coin for that. You paid the coin. For
This is
that.
the first mission I'm kind of leading. I
Yeah.
need to like prove my worth.
Respect that. But as your domineering father, please take some.
Oh my
money.
god. It's one of those
He's
things where
just
he ends up
a
putting the
character.
money in him and like in his pocket anyway, like when he's not paying attention. Like,
Maybe. I've done it before. I'll do it again.
also, what are your guys' fake names?
Yeah, we need a fake last name and first name. What do you think our family name should be, son?
So we are. I am Leonard Hammermeister, and that is Frederick Hammermeister.
Ah, yes, the Hammermeisters are rivals.
Check out our fucking popped up collars, bitch.
Yes, it's
Well,
so last year.
I'm down to letting you pick our last name.
Oh my.
Yeah. I literally found like a 19.
Hammermeister. What's opposite of Hammermeister?
I don't know, fucking
Swanberg.
Swanberg. Ooh,
The Swanbergs.
I like
yes.
that.
Swanberg, let's go.
What's your guys' first names though?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to be Leyland Swanberg, and this is my son.
I'm going to be Eric Swanberg. With 2 C's because we're fancy like that.
Yes, very good. That's my boy.
What an ick.
Sorry, just getting
Like-
into character.
I feel like Reg and I are almost disgusted that you're having to. You guys are like, oh my god, Swanberg. We're like, yeah, we chose Hammermeister. We're ready. Like father, like son.
And
What was Prof's first name?
Leyland.
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 And yep, so you guys assemble some tier 3 quality costumes and identities, and we can start the score with an engagement roll.
Can we write down all the names we chose in the chat just so?
Yep,
Yeah,
I got
absolutely,
it.
'cause
Got it.
I'm not gonna remember any of them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wrote them all down on a different tab.
Yeah.
That's I got him in my notes. Yeah. So.
Thank you. Much love.
Well, posting that like
Welcome.
it's what is it in Salem's town of Salem? Like your freaking your will.
Yeah, which ones? Yeah.
So
I kept the log.
okay, so
Shocker.
is this operation particularly bold or daring?
See, it is kind of bold. We're going into his office, or we're planning to go into his office and steal something that is his in his own establishment.
It's also bold because Sloane's been there before, and if these disguises fail, it's like there's risk involved with his character, and also, you know, if the disguises fail for him, they're gonna know we're full of shit because it's that's not the Swanbergs. I'd say it's pretty risky, yeah, but fun risk.
Does the plan's detail expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I would say that your tier 3 quality gets you that roll for sure.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Because we don't really know like what he wants or like what to trade for if it goes bad or anything. So that's what we don't know, but the disguises are very good.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
This is a
Sloane.
yeah. I was about to say
Sloane knows, like, I mean, we know the layout, and I mean, Sloane kind of like he knows the inner workings better than we do too. But I don't know if that counts.
I think it does.
he knows the hidden
Awesome.
drinks on the menu. You know, he's been there before.
Yes, but he knows there's a special menu.
Yes.
So you have 3D.
Yep, plus 3D.
And then I'm gonna take away 1 because there's something else that's happening.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Something is happening.
Something's fishy.
Alright,
Very
4 is
fishy.
not bad.
Take that.
4 is a mixed result. You are in a risky position when the action starts. Okay, so you guys are in front of the Vale, which is this illustrious building in Night Market. It has sort of its own like little courtyard fenced off, and for some reason there's one horse-drawn carriage that's like always outside. I don't think anybody actually rides in it, but it's just there for posterity, because horses are like unbelievably, like it's definitely a flex. This horse so there's like this horse outside of it, and there's no line to get in, but there are 2 incredibly intimidating bouncers. One is Taikarosi and has kind of like an antler tree growing out of one side of his head, but he's also got these his forearms are like round as tree stumps, and he looks quite strong. And then the other one is this kind of his exact opposite, this very slight, thin, and lady who is she's wearing these glasses, or like this like those like wraparound sunglasses, kind of, if that makes sense. So she kind of looks like Cyclops a little bit, like she's got like the wraparound sunglasses, like a visor almost.
Like
And-
Geordie's visor from Star Trek or something, but
Yeah,
fancy
yeah.
more Victorian.
And she's like decked out like in a suit, and they are the bouncers at the door here. When you arrive, you approach, and you're going through your patter. Sloan, I assume you're the one doing most of the talking.
Yes, I've been doing most of the talking, introducing us. Frederick and Leonard Hammermeister and Leyland and Eric Swanberg.
Yeah, so you're like going through the names and you're like you're doing your thing, right? And Reg, someone is going to notice you from across the courtyard here.
Damn
as
it.
if they've been waiting for you.
Oh no!
Dressed in her very finest black, high-collared, like black lacy dress. Melissa is going to sort of glide across the courtyard here, and she's going to
I draw my weapons. Oh no.
her cat eyes watch you carefully as she comes up and she goes to take your arm.
What the? Melissa?
Reginald, my dear.
Can I help you?
Trust a Hammerstein to use an alias.
No, he just goes by his middle name.
She says, I was waiting for our date that was promised. This works fine. I don't often frequent the Vale.
I am like looking for help, basically. I'm just like looking at everybody else.
Well, we're supposed to business, but I suppose if you want to have your entourage with you, Frederick. Fine.
They may need the help, son.
So the risk here is that when she came up, she obviously called him Reg and pierced right, kind of deflated your story here a little bit. So it's going to take some chops to recover. How would you like to do that, Sloan? Or if you want to lead like a group action, you can do that as well, depending on how you want to approach it. But basically the tree guy is very suspicious of what's going on here.
Oh, I'm basically just playing it off.
Okay.
Yeah, he's called Reginald because that's his middle name. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't even put any markers on it. I don't care about it, and I immediately call him Frederick again.
Smooth and cool. Go ahead and what action would you like to roll for that?
I would like to roll a sway on that, and since I'm using disguises to convert misdirection and such, I get another die on it.
Okay. So you get another die. I'm gonna say risky standard.
Standard. Sway +1.
Good thing too.
All right, you do it. There's a consequence. Reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. I'm gonna say let's see.
One of your friends from the club shows up. Is that Sloane's voice I hear?
Boy, we got shots lined up. Come on in.
Right, I'd recognize
Come
that.
on in, you broke bastard!
I'm gonna say a complication occurs. But it's going to occur once you actually get inside. So you play it off. The tree is just like, and the lady is going to just kind of wave you guys in, and as you go in, Melissa tightens her grip around Reggie's. She calls you Reggie. Reggie's arm.
Of course she does.
I shudder twice. Once for the touch, once for the name.
I make an off comment when she does that, like, yeah, it's better than calling him Dick.
and you guys will get in the door. Now there's like a grand elevator that goes up. There's like I think there's like what we determined like 3 or 4 floors of sin here.
Yes.
Three or four
yeah.
three levels of sin. And Valaris's office is I think at the 3rd floor. His office is kind of like upraised and kind of overlooks the 3rd floor room. I think it's like one of those offices
Yeah.
like the gangsters have in the casino where you can like look
Yeah,
out.
and I mean, I saw it. I know where it is too. So.
Yeah. So so that's where it is. However, you have to have like a pass for each level to be on each level. So and you can't move between levels legitimately without these passes, I think is what we established. And then so yeah, so the complication when you come in is as you guys are coming into the sort of being swept into the main room on the 1st level here. Near the elevator, you're going to hear somebody talking, and I think maybe Prof would be the one to recognize this voice. As the elevator door is closing, you're going to hear a voice, and it sounds so similar, and you can't quite place it, except you can, and you're immediately like brought back to the bridge. And when somebody was handing you a buttload of coin
Oh boy.
for a job,
The masked woman, I believe.
your benefactor,
Yes.
Patron.
Our patron.
your patron.
Okay. Well, let sleeping dogs lie. Click.
What would you like to do?
Oh, Melissa, who made this promise?
And she says, she says,
Meaningless. Backing away.
Yeah. The bar looks delicious. Mm.
Think I have my answer.
she says,
He actually looks so perturbed in real life. Like he's like leaning back, like,
Ah,
she
I feel
said,
like just like a child to put his hand into the cookie jar.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm like wanting to hide bashfully.
I assume Sloane's just playing it off. He doesn't care. That was my assumption.
Oh no, he's fully pointing to Leonard.
Yeah, and I'm pointing to Leyland.
and I'm pointing to. I point to myself, and then
Yeah.
to them. I'm confused.
Yeah. And then you touch your nose, like.
Still got these fits of insanity in my brain. I can't help it. Where am I?
Who am I?
So how does one? Oh, sorry. How does one proceed to get a good drink in this here establishment, son?
Well, father, in this establishment, you wait for one of the masked waiters, and you write down a number from the list they procure, and they will get the drink for you. You don't leave your table; you're seated. The only reason to get up at this 1st level, I've only been to the 2nd one, unfortunately.
Of course you have. Such a disappointment.
My heart.
You're like, wow, this is almost like my real family.
Melissa leans into your ear, Reg, and she says, I think I would like to try the devilfish platter. I hear they use real devilfish here.
Oh.
Well, come on now, Dad. You can't refuse a woman a meal.
Yes, you are correct, son. Let's find us a table then.
You can actually get a little private room, like a little private room to dine in if you like.
Yeah, just Dad
I
and
think
Melissa.
that's gonna be necessary.
Your sacrifice has been noted.
Somebody play taps.
Someone. Oh, Zane.
Fantastic, Reg.
It's better than Reggie. Okay.
Oh, sorry, that was me calling you Reg. She
Yeah,
calls you
Yeah.
Reggie at all times.
That was the waiter that passed like a thumbs up.
So yeah, I guess I'm proceeding to a private booth for some devilfish and conversation.
We'll talk of business later, Hammerstein, you Philistine. Enjoy your date.
His name is Hammermeister, you old loony bin.
Don't mind my father. He's a bit senile in his age.
Does he even know where he is?
What?
Somebody's saying something. I don't
Who
know.
said that?
I demand to speak to the manager.
He always does this. Always.
I guess that's
This
one
is
way to
hard.
get up in the business world, right?
This is why we should ban Viagra.
Ooh, all right, so let's get to
To
the.
be fair, I think
Of
Frederick
those-
might need it for this, encounter.
Oh, God.
I can't wait to him and John roleplay. Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
We have a Patreon now for premium content.
Oh, premium.
Only Hammermeister.
Oh my God. Hammermeister.
Hammermeister.
Hammer my Meister.
No.
I'm sorry, we've gone off a complete tangent, but that's fucking hilarious.
Funny.
Goodness.
Oh, my cheeks hurt. Oh my God.
Yeah, mine too.
So my understanding so Melissa and Reggie are going to like their little separate room, and the rest of you are breaking off, or are you all going, or well, I didn't quite get that and all that.
Sorry, yeah, understandably. I think it's a date between those two, and we are Mirandering either around them or
Yes.
proceeding.
Yes,
Fantastic,
I
okay.
am not trying to risk the job by this unknown complication.
Yeah. Entanglement.
Yes. So yeah, I'm wrangling her to a side room, and there will be hell to pay later.
Yep.
Excellent. All right. So so while you're quartered off there, we'll get back to you. And what are the rest of you going to do?
All right, so yeah, I imagine we're kind of huddled close together. But I'm gonna be like, we need to get to that office. I'm pretty certain I know what floor it's on.
An office is the right place to conduct business. Let us do so.
All right, we don't. We're whispering. It's all right. You don't need to.
Oh, sorry.
It's good though. Stay in character when we, don't whisper.
Yes.
Great job.
Thank you. I just want to say very quietly that genuinely hurt me to be this mean to you. I wasn't even like this with my own daughter, so this hurts.
It's okay. It's an act. We're acting. It's okay.
Someone walks past really closely. I never believed in you!
Slaps me across the face.
Yeah. What do you mean you only reached to the second floor? Reach higher, boy!
I'm sorry, Father. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Can I order a double shot, please?
Make that double.
This genuinely hurts the roleplay. I want to say that.
But we need to go about getting these passes. Sloan, do you know how the easiest way to acquire that is? Last time, I think I went up with. No, I went up in disguise as a butler. Somebody went up. I think Reg went up with.
Yeah.
Reg hitched a ride.
I hitched a ride with another patron.
The Hammer
Oh yeah, I wonder how
Meister.
she's doing.
She's
I
probably
don't know. I
getting
want to check on her. I
Did
just
you
want
hear?
to check on her for this job. Yeah, I care. She's a woman who likes drugs and has money. Definitely want to check on her.
That's a good combination.
Exactly.
Especially for Reg.
But yeah, we need to get these passes. How do we go about doing them?
What is the legitimate way to get the passes?
Typically, you have to be you have to pay essentially. So it's a thing that's sort of bought either by coin or reputation. You may have one if you wanted to do like a flashback or something to let us know, or if you have like an item in your loadout that could be construed as having one of these passes, that would be fine.
Well, didn't we say we could use something as a flashback earlier in the game that you said we could use?
Well, that was an acquire. That was a
Oh,
downtime activity, but I think somebody used it.
Yeah, okay.
More downtime activities can always be used, but they have to be paid for now.
I think we've kind of established that he has a pass for the first floor to get us to the second. So maybe the flashback can be relating to him earning that another time.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I'll flashback that in. That I did, of course, procure my my actual pass, but I changed the ID and everything to match, my actual name for this. So Eric Swanberg and everything. All the details and such that needs to be changed properly.
Okay.
How much stress would that cost? Is that okay? We just do that, or?
For him, I think this is probably something he fictionally would already have. Being of a noble family, and then we've established his relationship is pretty good with the proprietor. I would even say that maybe, it sounds like fictionally he would have a pass for all 3 floors. In my mind, if you're as close with Valaris as you say. However, you would have to do some finagling with the pass to conceal your true identity, and I think that might be where the challenge comes in.
Yeah. Smart.
So that might be where the action roll would come in.
What would that be, honestly? The Tempus document.
Here.
It could be finesse to do it finessely. It could be tinker. It could be study because you're studying relevant other ones. It could be survey because you're looking at other ones. Like, you could really apply a lot to this.
Could do the sway, the old Sam and Dean Winchester, flip it.
Yeah, flip it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hand them a wallet full of coupons instead of the police identification thing.
No, I like the Dean and Sam Winchester one. Just flashing it like, yeah, no, definitely. Makes sense. With police.
Thumb over the face. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say it's gonna be risky standard.
Risky standard it is. And I'm not using my disguise for this. I'm not getting that bonus.
Well, I honestly think the disguise actually might be added to this, personally. I don't know if that applies. It's just going to have to be a call.
It works with the
Exactly.
He doesn't look like Sloan. He looks like some random noble. So I would say it would.
True. I'll just roll an extra die if everyone else is alright with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good to me.
Jesus!
Had to try.
How these?
Come on, man.
So when you get to the top of the elevator to show your pass to the bouncer there waiting, or the steward, I guess, the steward bouncer. As the elevator opens, you will see up in the window, looking down, up in the window of Valaris's office, you will see looking down into the room. You'll recognize the top half of Valaris's body looking down, and you instantly make eye contact with him. And as the elevator doors open, and like you just don't even have time, like it's just happenstance, right? So you make eye contact, and then like he kind of cocks his head to the side, and you see him disappear from the window for a moment. This is going to put you into a desperate position here, and you're going to be able to get past the you're going to be able to get past the steward there, because the steward is clueless. But now Valaris knows you're here.
I tug at my friend's sleeves like we got an issue.
Yes, my boy.
Yes, what's wrong, Eric?
I'm feeling a bit queasy. Where's the nearest bathroom?
And on that, let's cut back down to the date, to the romantic
Perfect.
date. Oh, is Terry gone?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my way back.
So are you sitting beside Melissa, or are you sitting across from Melissa?
Oh, definitely across.
She'd prefer to
Well,
sit beside you.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no question.
Okay, so I try to sit across. She slides in beside me, trapping me in the booth.
Yep.
Damn
Nowhere to
it.
go.
And I bury myself in the menu as soon as possible.
Yes, this menu is quite decadent. The devilfish platter is among the one of the most expensive dishes on the menu, totaling 4 coins worth of coin here.
Damn it! I'm gonna go broke on a date. What the hell?
And that's just one meal.
No, it's not having including dessert or drinks.
Can I have water? And do the napkins cost anything?
Is the bread free?
Yeah, you guys have free breadsticks.
And as the masked waiter comes over, they will silently step into the room, and they will just sort of stand there and await the order.
All right. We'll order the devilfish platter for her. And I don't know, something interesting for me. It's not gonna be broke at the end of the night anyway. I might as well
The special.
Enjoy
Ask for the special.
Mushroom and goat's cheese noodles.
Noodles? Hell no, I need some meat.
Some meat.
Mushroom and goat.
Meat.
Stuffed goat, whole.
Mushroom stuffed goat.
They might
Giant
actually,
sea mushroom stuffed goat.
yeah, they might actually have goat here.
Probably do.
Yeah, I think
Do
so.
they-
Some
do they
goat
have-
on that goat cheese?
I know what you're gonna say.
Do they have an apple? Yeah.
It's not on the menu.
Oh,
But is it on the
goodness.
secret
Can't
menu?
afford an apple, damn it.
I'm sorry. Anyway, what are we doing? Mushroom stuffed goat? Is that what we said it was?
Yeah, there we go.
All
All
right.
right, sounds good. And then Melissa would also like some real wine.
Sure, why not? Damn it.
Tears in his eyes.
You know, I think this hurts many of our viewers and myself on an emotional level.
Yeah, it does.
I think we've
I am
been here
so
before.
trapped. Like I can't start a scene. I can't. She has me right in the fucking corner. Oh my god. You will
Face
all
actually
pay.
hurts. We didn't think she'd be here. We didn't think she'd be here. She said, I quote, she said, I'll have a cab come pick him up. She just rolled in. No cab came to pick you up.
The cab was outside already. It was with the horses. This is
Terry, I'm
terrible.
sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Terry.
Darius looks actually pained. Like, it's so bad.
Oh.
So
I get a lot of people I feel like have been on this date before,
Yeah.
where it's really hard to leave, but you really don't like them.
They have
Right.
you trapped. You have to
You
pay.
trapped, and you have to pay.
Oh my goodness. So Melissa will turn to you, and she will say, "Have you been working on anything interesting lately?"
That will completely change gears for me, and I will start going into a detailed explanation, leaving out key procedures of it, but infusing the ectoplasmic infusion of Leviathan. Very technical, but I'm leaving out key steps in the process.
Make a fortune roll. Which is just we'll go by tier, so D2 or 2D.
Damn it! What's the command again? Slash.
//R 2d6. Oh, and a space. /R space 2d6. And the highest
Not
was
very high.
a 4.
Okay. So she's actually going to take a bit of an interest, especially if you're talking about your most recent project with the vitality formula.
Yep, that's the most recent on my brain, so that's what would come spilling out of my mouth.
Yeah, so I think she's also going to be quite interested in this. She's actually going to share with you some of her findings, and the first time you make this, you can get an extra D on the roll.
All right. Sweet.
And that's just to sort of represent you guys kind of talking shop for a moment, and her cat eye pupils kind of dilate a little bit with excitement, and she as you
I'm like
guys,
horrified and fascinated by those eyes at the same time.
Yes.
May recognize them.
God.
and then we'll jump back up to the others. So yes, Valaris knows you're here. There was a pang of recognition. He disappeared from the window. You guys are in. You got past the steward. What do you do now?
Yeah, so what's the problem?
Valaris saw me and he saw me.
I thought you
Dig us
guys were friends.
Well, I'm not exactly like in my normal getup.
You're trying on a new outfit. What's wrong with it? You can convince. Don't worry about it, Eric.
Thank you for the kind words, Leonard.
Just say it's a
As
kind of new.
always.
Just kind of say it's like a kind of new play or something. Like you're just enjoying it. The upper echelons have boring times sometimes. So just play it up a bit. Fun.
I got a plan, but hopefully it doesn't go tits up.
Speaking of which, oh my.
So are we going straight to the office, or how does this work?
I think we need to get to the next floor, I believe.
No, this is the third floor.
Oh,
wow.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sweet.
And this is like like I said, it's like it's like a really open room. There's very comfortable couches and tables. The tables are filled with substances for use, for recreational use, and the room, although it's like it's full, everybody kind of has their like own private little place in the room. So it's open, and then there are like these little pockets of privacy everywhere. And there's a couple like VIP rooms that are off to the sides, and then there's like the main office, and with a staircase that sort of like a staircase that disappears into the wall, and you assume it might terminate on the other side of the wall with the door, if that makes sense, into that office.
Would Sloan have been into the office by fiction? Because he knows what the guy looks like, and he keeps most of that hidden, if I'm not mistaken.
Unsure, honestly.
Yeah, I would assume so because Valaris doesn't.
Roll fortune. I'll utilize the fortune roll a little bit here.
So just 2d6.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Two.
2.
Ooh.
So you've never been in the office, into his person, like his, yeah, you've never been into the office. You're quite familiar with the VIP rooms, but no office.
Don't have to tell you. Only my auntie, as far as I know, have walked into the actual office. Me personally, I've only been to the VIP rooms, but I think for now, Valaris might come down. So I think if we just take a seat and look like we're enjoying ourselves, see if he walks over or not. Otherwise, we'll.
You mean slithers?
Eh.
I said, you mean slithers,
Mm.
not walking over.
Well, let's not use that kind of language when he is here.
Got it.
Should we stick with you, or should we split up? Because he knows you, but he doesn't know us.
Stick with me for now, and if he comes to talk to us, I'll hush you away from the table, and I can distract him while you get into the office.
Oh, very good.
You are now being attended by a slight individual in like waiter uniform with a mask on.
I'll put down my regular order for all three of us. Just like some fine wine, and whatever special they have on for tonight.
Just tap you on the shoulder very quickly. Am I still in character, or do I need to?
Still in character, Father.
Oh yes, of course you would like that trump.
We've been over this, Father. It's very good, and you should respect the establishment we're at.
The server waits attentively.
But if you're going to be that way, then do order yourself, then.
Order for myself. Of course you would suggest such a thing.
Leonard, I assume that the regular order would suffice.
The server will nod and make their way hurriedly into the back.
And I suppose we just await Valaris, or...
I'm going to sit up and look as arrogant as possible.
Yes. While you're waiting, you seem to be waiting quite a long time. Valaris doesn't seem to be appearing. And there's that voice again.
Oh.
That voice of that voice that you recognize from the bridge.
Okay, well now it's back. I can't really say no to that kind of hook, can I?
Seems to be
I-
coming from one of the VIP rooms.
He'll lean over to the two. Our patron is here. I can hear her voice. I think it was her.
Yes.
It was her. I can hear her voice in one of the rooms over there. Do we want to see who it is? Our mysterious patron?
And just then, Sloane, you're going to see coming down from the steps from the office, is not Valaris, but his I guess second in command. What's her name?
Miranda.
All right, and so Miranda is very directly walking in your direction, and she as she approaches, what does she look like? What's her aesthetic here?
Anyone want to chime in?
Just imagine like Matrixy.
like
Let's do
Trinity?
like Matrix Geisha.
Yes.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of like embracing the snake kind of drug den aspect. So she has like, you know, snake bangles on her arms and things like maybe wears like a collar.
And she approaches and she says, Sloane.
Miranda, nice to meet you.
Interesting companions.
Well, I under the table, I pinch him like, stop it.
He wants a word with you. In the back.
Oh, well, all right then.
Just you.
I stand up, I nod to these two, and I pull up my subterfuge tools, which is a bunch of documents, and then lay them in front of Leonard. They basically say nothing, it's just a bunch of like jargon. It looks like a proper document, and then they say, please do read this over while I go speak to the big man himself.
Okay, and we'll hold on to that because that sounds like a setup for a move that might need to happen at some point. So we'll.
Also, quick question. She said in the back. Does that mean the office? Does Sloane know what the back is? Because if that is like an opportunity that I can sneak up in that office and grab that ledger, I'm fucking going.
Yeah, I don't see. I think the back is not in the office. The back is probably like in his private entertainment room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like Valaris' private VIP room.
His den.
Yes. Let's go back down. Check on the date. Melissa.
Please and thank you.
So while you're waiting for the food, Melissa is admiring a work of art, a painting on the wall in this little private room, and it is a picture of a swirling flame and it looks like it's maybe set in Duskfall, and there's like jettisons of flame sort of burning up from the ground, and in the center of it you can just make out like the charred figure of a person rising up from ashes, and she says, "It's beautiful, isn't it?"
Sure.
Does it look
The
like
color,
a lava?
the use of colors is quite eye-catching.
Does it look like a lala?
Yes.
Unfortunately, the figure is left ambiguous, but but I understand. Alala, oh, miss her.
It's my girl.
And
It's in a bad place.
Went out
without
with a
Cal.
bang. Yeah, without Cal.
And yeah, and she says she says, "It's a Raffaello, you know."
No, I did not.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did she say it was?
It's a Raffaello.
The fuck is a Raffaello?
Do you know what she means?
No, I have no clue.
Oh, okay, I was like, what?
Yeah, so
It's like, this is a Picasso. This is a Raffaello.
yeah. So this is she says oh, Raffaello, he's one of the most talented painters in all of Duskfall. They say his paintings can breathe new life into those who behold them. I happen to think they are prophetic.
Prophetic. And what does this one tell you?
She says, this one is a dream. A dream that could be a reality. Tell me, have you ever heard of the Circle of Flame?
I honestly don't remember. I don't. Oh, it sounds familiar.
It's a
That's not
curious rumor. One that I don't know to believe. But they say it's a secret cult.
Hmm. And what is their end goal?
I don't know. I don't know much about them, to be honest. Just rumors, whispers in alleys, mysterious deaths, that sort of thing. But one look at this painting, and I know Raffaello is inspired by something.
Oh, you think he might be a member?
Or associated, perhaps. Of course, it's just a theory. Look at me prattling on. Why don't you tell me more about your work? And she'll she'll snuggle in a little closer.
Ooh.
Chilled to the bone, please.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm with the leaning in. I'm probably not going to be as forthcoming as I was before. So I mean, I will just talk about various aspects of my new chemistry setup and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And before you can get like really revved up, the food arrives, and saving you from a bit of conversation. And there's something strange going on when the food arrives. But it may take an action to perceive fully exactly what's going on.
Okay. So that would probably be a survey.
Yeah, I think that would be standard risky.
Standard risky.
Damn.
These rolls are harsh tonight.
They always are. That's why we need the vitality.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put you into a desperate position. This waiter is not the waiter that was serving you, and they it's each mask is distinctive. Like they're all similar, but they're distinctive. And this was not the person who was wearing this mask before. The clothes are a little ruffled. The uniform, it looks like it was hastily put on. And the food is being dropped off the graces that are typically observed with these servers are dropped as the food is just kind of dropped off, and then the server hurriedly leaves.
Damn it! Do I still have to pay for poisoned food? Uh. Yeah, this is going to attract my attention. Is there like a I know it said private booths, but are there like curtains here or?
It's got like a little sliding door. It's like a private room, really.
Okay. Damn it, she's between me and the door.
Yep. You're gonna have to slide in close and, gently caress her to one side.
Will this be a consort?
Sounds it. Depends how you want to play. You could be commanding too.
True. So yeah, I'm gonna lean in close to her. Kind of like put my arm around her and kind of like slide the door a little bit and peek out while whispering in her ear that something's off. Because I might dislike her, but she's definitely useful.
Fair enough.
She immediately smells the devil's fish. She says, "It smells fresh." She like gives it a little lick, like a cat.
Damn it!
Yeah, that tracks.
I meant with the waiter. That's not. That wasn't an actual waiter. So I don't know what's going on.
And she says, "I know what's going on here. I know you didn't want to go on this date with me.
I didn't know about this date."
And that makes it better."
Listen, this is not me trying to get out of the date. This is me trying to keep us both alive.
What action would that be? What desperate action would this be?
Oh, that's
There could be so many things. It could be so many.
I mean, I've got a dot and consort, but I really think this is a sway. Let me double check the.
You could push yourself.
Sway would be standard. Consort would be.
Push yourself to kiss her on the cheek.
Actually, yeah, consort would be standard as well. I'd give you either one.
He doesn't want the unstable, obsessed, vicious, soft, haunted, or many other conditions that would come alongside that kiss.
Where is it? Actions and attributes.
You gotta take 4 stress before even attempting to kiss her.
I just got rid of all that stress, damn it. Where is? Oh, I hate this book.
Oh, what are you looking for?
The difference between
Consort and sway.
consort and sway. There it is.
Consort, you socialize with friends and contacts, and sway, you influence with guile, charm, or argument.
Okay, this would be a consort because I'm not actually lying or deceiving.
Yeah, you're not trying to push her to a certain point of view. You're trying to tell her, something's up in a friendly manner of socializing. Yeah.
You said
Desperate standard.
desperate standard.
Yep.
Oh, damn it.
Trying to push yourself. Is it worth it?
Devil's bargain.
Yeah. He's already in one. What do you think this date is?
We'll go for
The
devil's
devil.
bargain.
The devil's bargain is he has to propose. Like,
Oh,
Hey, this is a first date. We're not going there yet.
devil's bargain.
Haven't even
She wants to know you're committed.
haven't even tasted the devilfish yet.
Well, there's plenty of fish in this sea, that's for sure. Currently 2 of them.
Ooh, success.
Hey, success.
And experience point.
Yes, experience point for desperate.
Good
Roll.
job.
You do it. She says. She looks you up and down, and she says, "Well, at least I've got my devilfish." She says, "Will you come back?"
I will try. If I don't, I'm adding to this devil's bargain. If I don't, then I willingly agree to another date.
Yeah, she looks impressed. And she nods and gives you leave to go.
All right.
Now,
Slipping out.
Meanwhile, upstairs, let's see. So we got 3 different directions going on here. We got Sloan being led into the back VIP room. We've got Les going for the ledger in the office, and we've got
Leaving Prof alone. That does not seem like a good idea.
Prof possibly investigating this voice. Or
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so the priority is definitely within the getting Les as smoothly as possible up there. But
Okay.
that voice is a plot hook I don't want to ignore. Yeah, let's go and look at the voice.
Okay.
So I think he would be gallivanting it out, still pretending to be a arrogant, prideful oil baron, came from money, always had it. Yes, very good. Yes, fuck the poor.
And what's your overall goal?
The goal is to fall into the booth that they're in. And look up and see if I can snatch a glance.
That's your goal.
That is the goal.
Alrighty.
Well, for an old man, falling over and not hurting himself severely. Breaking my hip in the attempt.
Too funny. Les, what is your goal?
My goal is to be undetected as I get into the office and retrieve the ledger.
Okay. And then, Sloan, your goal is yet to be seen. As you are pulled into the back room, Miranda closes the double doors behind you, and so you are in the room alone with Valaris. He is sitting at the other end of his, or I guess he's standing at the other end of this long table. And as you come in, he turns and offers you a drink.
I will grab the cup that it's in and cheekily ask him, "You didn't put anything else in this, right?"
He says, "Oh, my dear boy, what else would I put in this?"
At that point, and I do consume it.
I think it's time we have a discussion.
Absolutely.
About your substantial debts.
He's got you.
Right.
Now, I know you're good for it, but it's about time you pay up. Some of the other partners are starting to get wary.
I can pay a bit of it off today. Why I'm here is because I'm trying to procure some additional income. Basically, I'm trying to deal with this absolute loser downstairs. to forking over about 20% of his company. So,
Your
Gonna give that-
your cons and schemes are yours alone, Sloan. I just want my money.
I take out my last bit of coin. Like I'm imagining like big fucking money bags, McGee, like starting to count it. Like, is this even enough to get a dent of it? Let's see what I can do.
It's enough to walk out tonight.
That's really lovely to hear. You're very. My family owes you a lot, honestly, and I am quite sorry.
Nonsense, boy. Consider this a down payment. Come, I'd like to show you something.
I gingerly walk over.
He's going to show you a painting displayed prominently on the wall. It is yet another scene of fire and destruction. The centerpiece of which is a giant like Sauron-like eye, kind of in the flame, and he says, "What do you think of this magnificent piece, my boy?"
Well, it's an absolute masterpiece. I would say just the strokes itself. They're magnificent.
It's the latest from Raffaello. I've got him on personal retainer, you know.
Very impressive, sir. Very impressive. I always enjoyed the art, but I have always been terrible at understanding the artist. Would you care to inquire me on what inspired this piece?
Be an action roll.
That's a good line of questioning.
I'm imagining Sway works here.
Sway or consort, I think would work. Consort might be, since he is a friend, and this is some intimate, juicy knowledge he might be willing to bestow upon you. That would get you maybe a greater effect. Sway would probably get you standard. Consort would probably get you controlled.
I'll go with consort.
Okay.
So controlled standard.
Yeah. Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
So he's going to pull you in. He's going to tell you some details, but first let's switch over to Les and see how things are going.
All right, yeah. So the goal is to get up there undetected.
Yes. What action would you like to use for that?
I think Prowl would probably be best for that.
Okay.
Risky standard.
Yeah, let's do risky standard. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you cross the floor. You kind of like, or unless you have like, what's your less way of sneaking, of prowling?
Oh, sneaking around is what you said?
Prowling, yeah.
Oh, prowling, yeah. It's kind of like almost very cat-like, very lithe, very just like slipping into the shadows and weaving between people.
Putting on your black hat.
Yeah, switching out my red hat for my black hat.
The Batman theme plays in the background.
And and so you are prowling around. You are as you make your way up the stairs. The door to the office is going to open, and you're going to prowl right behind it, just as it opens, and the person coming out doesn't see you at all. They let the door close by itself behind them as the server quickly makes their way down the staircase.
Okay, nice. I remember she told me it was in the drawer in his desk, so I'd like to go in and first kind of catch my surroundings before I just step right in?
Yeah, absolutely. If you kind of peek in, the office is large, but the desk is prominent. It's facing towards the door, and there's some furniture in the room. There's like a little decorative like waterfall, and some and there's actually some like green plants in here, which is kind of ritzy, and
A heated rock.
maybe
A
some
basking lamp.
it might be some like radiant plants. They're like very like they're like effervescent plants, very ritzy. And then
Okay.
yeah, that's what you see.
All right, so nothing looks like out of the ordinary. Like, I mean, of course, there's like extravagant stuff, but nothing looks like out of place or anything.
Nope, not that you
Okay.
can tell until
Okay.
you come around to the other side of the desk. And the drawer that you were looking for has been opened, and it is empty.
Wait. No. Okay. Like no false back.
You check. You find none.
It was that damn server. I'm leaving.
And we'll switch over to Prof real quick, who is trying to stumble into the VIP room here.
Right, so
Which I don't
Prof
even
is...
know if that requires a roll. It feels pretty. I don't know if it requires an action at all. I think you just can do it if you want.
I mean, the smarter way of doing this is to use Siren's Call to drag them out of the room. But, you know, where's the fun in... Yeah, it's brand new, but this is way funnier. So let's go with this. Prof in his really dumb state, because he's still kind of a bit cuckoo from the whole situation with the Siren Call in his house. He's like, kind of just... He's like, where is my son? He came back from the war. He was a shriveled up man and he never grew any balls since. Where is he? He's kind of walking around. Is he in here? Slams the door open, falls forwards. Eric, you little show!
Within the room are two people. One of them is a very very tall, lithe, dark-skinned woman. Her hair is like really fancily done. Like it's got she's got like a head dressing that's like really like it's like gold and fancy, and she's like wearing some very dark dark eye makeup. Yeah, some like dark,
Some
eye.
smoky
Yeah,
eye.
some like stylistic, like very stylistic eye makeup. You can recognize the aesthetic as Eruvian right away, and
Peruvian.
she is sitting at the table with someone else who has their back turned towards you, and when you sort of burst in, she's going to look up and she's surprised because someone burst in, but then you almost see like recognition and she's like double surprised, and then she becomes angry.
Is it your wife?
It better not be.
The person with their back to you also turns. He's a very young man. He's a very young man. Very like very clean shaven and very well dressed, and his hair is like got this like that nice like wave to it, and he turns and his eyes kind of like look at you and then look back to the lady, and he says, "Lady Avarathi, do you know this man?"
At least now
Yours,
she's
Eric!
people.
Where is Eric? I'm still trying to play it off. Eric, you little shit! You're always a disappointment! Eric! I'm walking out the door.
And so he she doesn't make any motion to like chase after you or to like but she looks fucking pissed, and he's just kind of clueless, And
So
if you
the disguise didn't do anything for me, did it?
maybe. I don't know how good would the disguise be. Yeah, let's make
see
it
it
free.
Yeah, it's really good. So let's do an action roll. Yeah.
What kind of action roll is that?
What the hell is this? Yeah.
Like, is it like a convincing? Like,
it could be
A
like.
wreck?
I mean, it's deception.
It's kind of like a wreck. I think.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's totally an action roll because you can
attuning to
you
your
can come
your
out of this
role.
on top.
Your character, yeah.
It's really hard. This.
Possibly a sway or maybe because that's like a lie convincingly.
Yeah. Sway would make the most sense.
I would say it's risky standard.
Yeah.
Although you have some decent costumes. Might be
True.
worth another D. So or maybe an improved. So maybe controlled standard.
Yeah, I did plan the fall as well, so maybe I can plan it so I'm less exposed. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do controlled standard.
Okay, I'm gonna push myself as well.
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Wait, how
that
did-
tracks.
She recognizes you.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. You said you pushed yourself, and we had an extra D from the.
Yeah,
Costumes.
that's what I was. Isn't there two?
It's controlled from the costume, I think.
Oh,
Controlled from the costume, but then you pushed yourself. So, all right, you didn't have anything in sway, did you?
you know.
Okay, all right, that explains it then.
There's just
I was
something.
like,
There's just something about you, Professor.
I got a magnetic personality. I can't help it.
So she knows, and as you bumble away, she's not gonna chase after you or anything, but she knows, and
I think to myself, yes, I'm a genius.
Nailed that.
Perfectly.
That was just like in my younger days. I feel like a young man again. Oh, is that a line of crack cocaine?
and I think you're probably gonna see less bounding down the stairs, chasing after one of the servers,
Yes.
and Reg,
Like-
you're also chasing one of the servers, are you not?
Yes.
So, let's see how that goes. This server is walking very hurriedly into the back. What do you do?
Following.
Okay.
Fucked up my goat.
Okay. So your like irate customer is your play.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So they disappear into the back. You follow them. The staff don't seem too alarmed that you're back here. This might be a common occurrence, and the person continues to sort of weave in and out of like the cooking tables, and then like there's like a pantry, and then they keep like disappearing further back into the kitchens here.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely stalking.
And as you turn the corner, you can see that the server has crammed themselves into the dumbwaiter and is closing the door as you're rounding the corner.
Cramming himself into the dumbwaiter, huh? Ooh. Yeah, I think I need to stop this. Time to use my gauntlet. So I'm going to try to stun and incapacitate him.
Okay. What action would you like to do that with?
That's going to be a skirmish.
Okay. Risky standard.
Damn it.
I
didn't get there in time.
You lose this opportunity. Yeah, you don't get there in time. The door closes. Les upstairs. Oh, actually, let's go back to Eddie in the study with the painting. So, Sloane, yeah, so he leans in. So, Valaris is going to lean in and he's going to say, "Things are happening, my boy. Great things. You could be a part of it, you know."
Well, you got my interest.
We're talking about big changes. Raising everything and starting anew.
What does this have to do with the painting?
These aren't mere paintings, my boy. They're visions of the future. And the question is, do you want to be with them or against them?
Well, there's one thing my family's always said is that, we listen to the people who know better. So of course I'll be on the same side.
I always knew you were a smart one. Let's drink.
Is that a lie?
Yeah, he's just flattering you.
Roll insight.
Knew it. Knew it.
He doesn't
No,
have to,
I-
he knows.
I know when people are lying.
He's just flattering you. But yeah, he says, "I've heard a few things about you and your companions.
So?
Perhaps you would like to take on a job for me."
I mean, why wouldn't we? To pay off that debt, right?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. What's a few gold between good friends?
I smile and nod at him. Of course. If you scratch my back, which you have, I'll scratch yours.
Yes, of course. And he says, he raises a glass and he says, "Let's toast to a new alliance, a new beginning."
Cheers to brighter futures.
And then Les and Prof. So Prof, you probably see Les like chasing the server, and then but you're kind of across the room, so you're a distance away. Les, what are you doing?
Yeah, I am storming towards this server.
The server is walking very quickly. They have a head start, so as you're bounding down the stairs, you see them disappear into the kitchens.
Yeah, I am immediately I'm like leaping from the top of the stairs to the bottom. I'll ride down the rail if I have to.
And as you burst through the you're going into the kitchens.
Yes.
As you burst into the kitchen door, you scan the room. There's there's a bunch of these servers. Now they all have distinctive masks, but can you pick out which one is the one? Where's Waldo?
Could that be a survey?
I think so, yeah.
No.
Ooh.
I guess I cannot. Damn, look at these failures in a row, y'all.
I know.
No.
We got 3 successes compared to
We
brutal.
we came back swinging towards the second half, and then the penalties came in, and we got smacked.
Brutal. So hard.
So I'm gonna put you in a desperate position. All the masks are kind of blending into one another. You're not sure which is which, but you're certain that no one, you're certain that there's no other way out of here except maybe there's that's right, you used the stairs before, right?
Yeah.
The servant stairs or whatever, or the
Mhm.
yeah. So you're kind of in a desperate position here. You're not sure if the person is like mingling with them or if they've disappeared down the stairs already. At this point, I think Prof can probably catch up to you, if you so wish.
Sure, yeah.
He would be running as fast as his old legs could carry him, ranting about how the food was only lukewarm and he's going to die of food poisoning. He demands to speak to the chef as he kicks in the door and hurts his leg. Goes, and then walks
Probably
in.
knock another server down. Oh.
Yeah, probably does.
And
It's the
Plates go
server I
flying.
needed!
Plates go flying, as does the note. There's the ledger, get it.
And what do you guys do?
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm in a desperate position, but I don't know what I would use to continue to find this person.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Well, it's like I've already surveyed. I mean, if I wanted to be terrifying, I could hunt them, like
All right.
get
Oh,
in
go on.
the zone. No, you know, just getting in the zone.
Right, in combination with that, right, what Prof is going to do is going to stand up straight and he's going to demand attention. So he's going to try and command them all to line up one by one so he can figure out which one is the one who served him that inappropriate food. And he knows the owner, so they better do as he says. He's basically commanding them, line up!
And they will, and that's when the servant that you're looking for will, in the hustle, will break away and start heading down the servant stairs. But they have a huge head start on you, which is why the action is desperate for you.
So I guess I follow. No, I don't know. I can't really run any faster than my legs can take me.
Yeah, that's fine. Might be another action just to see if you can, depending on how you want to. Because do you have weapons? Are you ranged? Are you do you have something that might help?
I mean, I do, but I'm not going to pull them out in front of all these servers.
Okay. So.
What about on the stairs? Now that I've ordered them all to line up, they wouldn't be.
Oh yeah,
going down
yeah,
them.
that's true. Yeah, like if I'm on the stairs,
Yeah.
like at the top of the stairs, and take like a warning shot.
Okay. Give me an action.
I will hunt.
Okay.
I will
Go.
try to hunt.
Do you want to? Okay.
Ah,
Partial success.
And I think you can also push. I think you can also push rolls to increase level of effect as well.
yeah.
Okay. So all right. So you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer a harm or a complication occurs, and you have a reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. You are already in a desperate position.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. It's risky standard.
So let's say.
Well, it still would have been a 5, so you're okay.
So let's say that so let's say you hit. Are you trying to hit, or are you trying to just scare?
Mostly scare.
Okay. So so let's say the shot does stun them. However, it is louder than you thought. It might be drawing some attention, which is going to create a complication. But
Okay.
but the person has stopped and they put their hands up. You see that they have the ledger in one hand.
Yeah, I'll tell them, drop it.
They do so.
Get out of here.
They hesitate and then they move. Now, Reg, what was your next move after the dumbwaiter didn't work out?
Well, I was gonna see if I could find out which way the dumbwaiter was going,
Up.
and then head for the stairs.
Okay. So, and there's actually the service stairs right there. So I think by the time you're getting to the service stairs, the gun has popped off, and the one of the server running away from Les will try to push past you to leave.
I'm gonna shock him. I don't know. Les told him to run.
Give me an action roll.
Nice. Properly shocked.
Shocked and stunned?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm peeking up the stairs.
Yep, and you see Les and maybe Prof at this point, and Prof, would you have followed Les, or?
I would probably try and keep distracting the servants and prevent them as best I can from going to the stairs with a gunshot. Was maybe even pulling out a pistol myself and aiming it at the sky, demanding to know who dared cook the great swan's food this poorly.
As the dumbwaiter dings and another servant pops out.
You! Line up with the rest of them!
Hands go up and they kind of dip into the crowd.
No, gun! My gun is in my hand! You line up with the rest of them! I'm commanding you in the name of the Great Swan! Line up!
And at this point, Sloan, your conversation's finished up. You come back out into the lobby here, and like everybody's gone.
If I look at our table, is there drinks there at least?
No, like the documents are still there, drinks are still there, like.
Oh, I picked up the documents.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but there is a half-eaten eclair.
Well, I finish the drinks and I start getting the fuck out of here.
You take the elevator down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right. And the rest of you, I think that's probably the end of the score there.
I want to get a look at this guy, see if I recognize him.
All right. Yes.
Just lift up the mask.
Fucking Cal.
If it's the same college kid.
It's Cal.
I'd be really unlucky for that kid.
Yeah.
2 failed jobs in a row, he's going to wind up in the bottom of a river somewhere.
Yep.
So you don't recognize the person underneath the mask.
Okay.
But give me a study. If you well, sorry, I shouldn't ask you to give me a study, but like but I think that would probably be the most effective action to determine. It would be a I mean they're out cold, so it may be probably a controlled roll. If you would like to discern anything more.
Like, do they have any tattoos or markings, etc.?
Yep. Standard effect.
Controlled standard, yeah. All right, so yeah, so the minor complication here is going to be that this is a you likely think that this is a wraith, a member of the gang, the Wraiths.
Okay.
Which technically own the territory that you reside in.
Good thing we're in disguise.
Are they the ones we're good friends with, the Wraiths? We paid them off.
I think you're neutral with them. You're in there. You just operate within their territory.
Yeah, we paid them off to remain neutral.
All right, and I think that's the end of the score there. You guys all meet back up. I guess the only question is, do you go back and get Melissa?
Yes, I do. But we're going somewhere else.
Okay.
Oh, the date continues.
Yeah.
Oh, tune in.
Actually,
next
wait, I've
time on
already paid
OnlyFans.
for this food. Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'm going to finish this. So I don't have to do it again later.
She will generously pick up the tab, so you don't have to spend your coin.
Oh, dude, you impressed. Well done. Respect. There's another Casanova on our party.
And his name is Reg.
Yeah.
No, Frederick. Frederick.
Frederick.
Oh yes, Frederick Hammermeister.
Hammermeister.
Frederick
Yeah.
Reggie Hammermeister.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so that's the score. That's the end of the game. We'll pick this back up next time. But very thankful to have you all here. Paul, you do things other places. Is there any particular place that you would like people to see you?
Yeah, I stream around a lot. You can find me on Galibond on Twitch TV on his YouTube. You can find me over at Gaijin Game on Twitch TV and the YouTube. You can see me on the Exploding Kittens podcast, and I'm also at the Goblin Cave TV on Sundays. There are a bunch of other games as well, which are pretty fun. I love the idea of looking at cameras and seeing my compatriots, so it works out pretty well.
Excellent, awesome, and then thank you to Maddie and Terry and Eddie, the Action Sturge crew, and we're always happy to have all of you here to play, and have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.